everyone. Yeah, that intro is kind of messing up. I don't know what the heck is going on. Welcome back.
It's because we've been gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah, welcome back to Pop Off the Clock, everyone. Yes, we were on a hiatus for 2 weeks, so it feels really good to be back. Our equipment is obviously very excited that we're back because it's excitingly messing up. But yes, we are in episode 40, and it feels so good to be here. Feels like time hasn't passed, but also has.
Yeah, I feel like we've missed everything, but we're about to recap all the good stuff.
Absolutely. We are going to get into the whole Lizzo lawsuit, allegations that are against her, because that obviously happened while we were out. So we'll be going over the latest in that as well, because there's some updates to that situation.
Yes, and then we also have several celebrity divorces that happened during our little hiatus. It was just like back to back. At least we're going to go over 3 major ones that kind of took us by surprise.
Yeah, and some that didn't. And the reason why we were on hiatus is because Yoseline over here was seeing Miss Taylor Allison Swift in her final leg of the U.S. tour, or part 1 of the U.S. tour. So we're going to get into everything that happened at SoFi, because it was crazy.
Carly Kloss, 1989. Me there, my experience.
Yeah, we're gonna go over her experience and just all of the things that happened at the shows, but we kind of want to address the elephant in the room.
The beer in the room.
Yeah, the beer in the room with the elephant in it. Yes, we are sponsored, guys.
Yes, we're so happy.
God.
We are sponsored for our episode with Estrella Jalisco. Ding. Sound effects.
Vive tu estrella.
You look at that.
Say.
The beer is making Brenda speak Spanish.
Yeah, and we actually, for the first time, have alcohol on our show. Literally,
we would say don't tell our boss, but they approved it.
Yeah, they approved, so we're allowed to be doing this. So we're really excited. But the reason why we are being sponsored by this great sponsor of ours is because they have a really exciting opportunity for our viewers and for everyone out there to be a part of. Yoseline, break it down for us. Yes,
absolutely. So we are teaming up with Estrella Jalisco to let you know about this sweepstakes they're holding. So you get a chance to go to a baseball game, Astros versus Yankees on September 2nd. Yes, this sweepstakes, let me tell you what it kind of includes. So if you win,
it's a lot, guys.
It's cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You get 2 hotel nights. You get 4 tickets to the game, a $400 gift card, plus official swag from the Astros. And who doesn't want to wrap them?
Doesn't that sound like the best thing to enter?
Absolutely.
And actually, let me kind of show you all the flyers so you all can see what exactly Yoseline just said. But I mean, I know we've been Yoseline's been looking for her Astro husband.
Or Yankees. No.
Yankees
No, I know this is a great opportunity for people to sign up. You have to, register through the QR code. You will see it on your screen right now. And that's kind of where you sign up for this sweepstakes. Again, sign up for you and your girlfriends. Go check out some baseball players. Go for you and your boyfriend. Wouldn't you be the best girlfriend in the world if you're able to win these tickets and just surprise them?
Yes.
Or just go with your parents. Why not?
Just go in general, because when do you have the opportunity not only to see a game that I honestly want to go to, and then you get all of these additional perks? It's like a trip basically on Estrella Jalisco.
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound?
And it's very easy. Just follow the QR code you're going to see on the screen. And
it's now on your screen. Like Yoseline mentioned, Laredo win 4 tickets to Astros versus Yankees. What sounds more legendary than those 2 teams playing against each other?
Those are 2 good teams right there.
I mean, that's pretty big. Saturday, September 2nd. So that's only in a few weeks. So you have some time up until, what day do we have? 21st of August. You have until the August 21st to sign up for this great sweepstakes, basically. Yeah, the QR code right now is on your screen. Scan it to enter for your chance to win.
Absolutely. And you know how in Spanish in Laredo we say, if you don't like baseball, just go for the ambiente, just for the vibe.
Yeah, I mean, totally pull a Sex in the City where you just go to drink beer, look at men play baseball, and eat a hot dog. What sounds better than
just
that?
Order some Estrella.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
cheers to that, Yoseline.
Yes, cheers. Okay, we have to take advantage that we're allowed to drink, guys.
Because it's not very often we get to do this.
Cheers.
Yes, like we mentioned, August 21st to sign up. Our viewers are some of the people that are getting to see this sweepstakes, get this information. So we hope some of you all out there will get the chance to win.
Yes,
but so cool.
You know who's a winner this week? Me. because I had a 2-week vacation.
Yep, and you got to see Taylor Swift, which
Absolutely.
you got, and I'm going to continue to say this again, Yoselin and the whole world got better songs than I did. I don't know why Taylor hated Sunday night.
That is true.
Arlington.
So let's start with you. What have you been doing these 2 weeks that we've been off the air?
Well, Yoselin, let me tell you, I have been preparing for my 2-week vacation, which, just to let you all know, is going to be coming up pretty soon. So we're going to take another hiatus during that time. We'll have our episode, it'll probably be a week hiatus or so, but we finally booked our Las Vegas hotel. We have all of our accommodations and travel taken care of. Now it's just experiences. One of the first things I signed up for at Las Vegas was the Vanderpump Paris restaurant, because I am going to that place for work purposes, of course. You got to do some research on Vanderpump Rules. But so I've just been kind of getting ready, buying suitcases. I'm literally glued to travel TikTok right now.
Are you overpacker or light packer?
It's been so long. I am an overpacker. I like want to add more clothes in case I change my mind, but I need to be strategic because it's a carry-on suitcase. I got a carry-on backpack, one of those Amazon carry-on backpacks everyone's talking about, and then like a carry-on from Amazon. So
you know what changed my life is those packing cubes.
I got those.
Yes.
Literally anything on the TikTok that is recommended, I practically have purchased. So yeah, that's been my life. But Yos, you've been living the life.
Yes. So I won't talk too much about, the Taylor Swift concert because it is one of our topics, and I think I'll mash into it. But yes, I traveled to Los Angeles. I went home first to Fresno to hang out with my family before I got to go to the night 5 of the Eras tour in Los Angeles. So, I just traveled within my region. I went to Carmel Beach, and then I headed to LA the day before the concert. So I got to spend the whole day in LA. And that day, what did I do? I went to the Oscars Museum, the Academy Awards Museum. It was all right. It must, or maybe I'm being too generous, because when I came back, someone asked me, what'd you do? I'm like, nothing. I don't think I forgot. Not memorable. It was just one of the floors was closed, and then one of the exhibitions was being worked on. So that kind of.
Do they have the Oscar winning dresses and stuff?
They have 3 outfits, which were Ford Coppola's dress, suit. It was someone else's. I don't remember who it was. They just had 3 actual Oscars, and then they had a little display of special effects for movies. So the Terminator masks and some villains from the penguin prosthetic that I think it was Jack Nicholson wore from Batman.
Okay.
Was he Penguin? No,
Jack. Oh no, yeah, no.
He DeVito. Danny DeVito was Penguin.
Okay, yeah, because I was
so it was his prosthetic was on display,
so awesome.
Stuff like that. But yeah, it was fun. And then we went to the Grove. I forgot to tell you this. I went to the Grove, and the Grove is
the place to go, isn't it?
I saw someone from, I don't remember their name, but there was this guy there from the Bachelor franchise.
Really?
Yes. He was.
He's been an interview.
He wasn't that recognizable, yes, but not memorable. He's not one of the top ones. He was on I'm not gonna say date. He was with a girl. I don't know who the girl was because it was her back towards us. But every time I go there, I see a lot of reality people. Super niche. Last time I went there, I saw some contestants from The Amazing Race. It's not
interesting.
If you want to be seen, you go there. Trisha Paytas would go there a lot, that kind of stuff. But there I just went shopping and to eat because they have a cute little food market there. But aside from that, it was very nonstop day. I felt vacation. I felt I didn't rest. And then I came back and I went to a wedding that weekend. I came back in Corpus Christi, and then I was back in Laredo and straight to work. It was just my feet are just killing me still. But
see, that's why so I'm gonna be on vacation for a week, and then I'm gonna be off a week just here in Laredo to recover from my vacation and also to just do whatever I want. So,
you know, I usually tend to do that. Like, I usually try to get one day after, at least one day of like just getting to sleep in, and like
I do one day, and then I was like, Brenda, why not treat yourself to 5 more days off?
So you got 2 weeks and 1 week is travel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but with like everything happening with flights and stuff, I didn't also want to go back to work right after because I didn't know if my flight was going to be fine or what was going to happen, because this world is just crazy and airplanes are so complicated.
My flight got delayed
now.
so much, and there was no weather issue. It was just traffic. My flight from Dallas to Laredo got pushed back like 3 hours.
That's ridiculous. Like, I hate that so much.
I was supposed to be here by like 11:50. I didn't land until like 1:30. And I'm like...
That's why I keep telling everybody my fear is like not flying in a plane. It's all the stuff that you have to deal with before and after. I was looking into TSA pre-check, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to pay $78.
I was going to ask you, okay, then give yourself time, because TSA, it's like, oh, I'm not going to talk bad about a government.
It's just complicated.
It's just like, why are the lines so long? Like, the airport I was leaving from, they had 2 lines to get through, like 2 conveyor belts, but only 1 person through the body scanner. So it's like, once the 2 conveyor belts were running smoothly, it'd be
just one person they were waiting on.
So,
and you didn't do TSA pre-check, right?
No, okay. I don't really travel. There was one year that I probably should have. Like, I traveled like 4 times, but this year I didn't.
That's why, because it's like $78 for the year, but I'm like, I'm not going to be flying by the end of the year. Like, that's not worth it to me. Also, our flight is at 5 o'clock in the morning, so we'll probably be getting there at 1 or 2 a.m. and just do all the stuff we need to do.
Yeah.
But, man, people are going to see how fast I can drink beer. Good. I know. But, yeah, that's pretty much us. But it feels so good to be back to talk. I just keep sending Yoselin, like, stuff on Instagram.
Oh, yes. It was just like, we need to talk about that.
But yeah, let's get into our quick headlines now. That we've covered everything.
That's my job, guys. I didn't forget that. Okay, let's get into this Vanderpump saga that just, I think, is going to happen through the remaining of the summer while they're still filming this new season. We're just going to keep hearing like updates. So Vanderpump filming continues. The cast of Vanderpump was out and about shooting the recent season. The group of friends was spotted out, and fans captured Ariana Madix and Tom Sandoval entering a building with a group of other people. But this is the twist that's kind of like getting fans. They were next to each other, like
Ariana in the front and Tom like not even a foot, like maybe a foot behind her.
Yeah, and it's while all this is happening, we have Raquel, who now Levies, who now goes by Rachel.
Yeah,
she has appeared in Bethany Frankel's podcast, Just Be with Bethany Frankel. Rachel revealed she has been working on her mental health, and she actually gave a little fun fact that she offered her apartment to Sandoval while she was in her mental health facility, and he declined, bringing into question as to, then why are you still with Ariana if you have options?
Yeah.
Both of them do. Which then kind of went into the conversation that she kind of said, this is my point. Like, they don't have an issue living with each other because they weren't a couple. They weren't a couple.
That's what she continues to allege. There was 2 parts, which I'm like, literally so unnecessary for 2 parts of this. But in part 2, she's speculating that Scandoval was actually set up because she said that after Scandoval happened, that Tom became a producer on the show because of what he was able to produce from the prior season. So she's speculating that Scandoval was made up or whatever because now he's a producer on the show. Because what they're saying, and that's what Bethany was going back and forth with her, is that they reward bad behavior. So if you're bringing in, I mean, Bravo made millions. They had millions of viewers, and the show was, according to Rachel, was going to be canceled after season 10, but because of the ratings and what happened, it was renewed. She also says that she speculates that the reason why Kristen got a spinoff was because Bravo was trying to silence her because she was going to come out about allegations about physical assault during Kristen and James's relationship. But Kristen actually did confirm that being paid off was not true, that they're just going to have a spinoff. And just Rachel talking about how she felt emotionally abused the entire time during the reunion episode where they were literally talking shit to
Which
her.
is true. Like, yes, she like do bad things, but Sandoval is equally or more.
Yeah.
More
and
at
all
fault.
the photos we're seeing lately of filming, I mean, I think there was one picture of Lala hugging Tom and everyone was freaking out. She was like, wait for the season to get more context. But it seems like people are forgiving Tom. And it's like he was in the relationship.
Yeah, I do applaud Rachel for actually, she has not been filming because she's prioritizing her health. And I believe Arizona is where her family's from, and that's where she's been staying. And like, that says a lot about her and her actual remorse. Unlike other people who now become producers.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so we'll keep updating and see.
She also said that her and Ariana weren't really best friends, that they were friends for the show and they wouldn't like hang out off. So it was kind of like, why are people playing this we were best friends thing when that wasn't the case?
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So another quick headline, Keke Palmer is having fun as a fan of Usher. Weeks after grooving with the R&B singer at one of his Las Vegas residency shows, Palmer is starring in a video of his new single, Boyfriend. Somebody said that your boyfriend's looking for me. Usher sings in a clip of the video. The Nope actress had attended Usher's concert in July. She was serenaded by the singer, as he often does during his performances, and the two shared a dance. Palmer's partner, Darius Jackson, later came under criticism for comments he made about Palmer's appearance at that show.
I am so happy for Keke Palmer. She went from like an Usher fan that just went to the show to have a good time to literally starring in his music video because of this whole situation. It's totally giving making lemonade out of lemons.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. I love it.
Did you see the music video?
I haven't seen it.
I
just
just
saw
so
the clip.
cute. It was really cute.
So she's not with her partner.
I don't know. No one's addressed that part of the situation, like whether that did anything to their relationship. But I would say yes, because how could you stick with your partner after they just publicly like shamed you over the whole situation? So
I don't know. I don't know if it's clear or not, but I will go watch the video. I just seen clips where she's on the phone. She's like, I am a mother after all.
Yeah, that was at the end. I loved it. But yeah, happy for her.
Happy for her. Of course, someone else we're happy for is Ashley Olsen. So sources tell ET that Olsen gave birth to a son named Otto earlier this summer. The pregnancy was kept secret until now. Olsen welcomed the baby with her husband, Louis Esner. The couple got married in December of 2022, according to People.
I'm glad to hear good things coming out of Olsen camp, because I feel like the last time they were in the spotlight was with their whole eating disorder things years ago.
And the divorce, that messy divorce from Mary Kate.
So I'm glad that they are happy. They're doing good.
I grew up with the Olsens, so I just love to see them.
Which was your favorite Olsen movie?
Okay, Passport to Paris or Billboard Dad?
Mine was the Journey to the Sun, or something. Not Journey to the Sun, but where they go to like the
Australia?
Bahamas. Where they go to the Bahamas, and
That's
Megan
so
Fox
funny.
is in that one.
Yes, it's
And
our friend Chloe, that's her favorite too. I
Oh,
wish she was
really?
here to tell us, because we always say, because they go to the Bahamas to the Atlantis.
Yeah.
So Chloe and I always are like, if we go on a vacation, we're gonna go there because of the Mary Kate and Ashley.
I went there. It was really nice. It was so awesome.
It's not Our Lips or Seals, no.
It's something Sun.
Okay.
And then I also liked the UK one, right, where they're in like the student union or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I
like the
loved that
UN.
one too. I had like the whole box set of their travel ones.
We'll solve any crime before dinner time. Like, that's how far back I go. But New York Minute is a great one too.
I never watched
It's like
New
their
York
highest
Minute.
quality one. Another happy news: Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott are engaged. The physical actress and Property Brothers host are ready to wed. After 4 years of dating, Scott popped the question on Sunday during a family trip to Scotland. People exclusively confirms. I always forget that it's like they're together, and it's just such an odd pairing for me.
Yes, it was a random coupling, but I knew that they were gonna make it for the long haul.
Yeah, like that was it for them. But the fact that she was like this indie girl, like indie movies
With the Property Brothers.
with the Property Brothers. He could build her a house.
Yeah.
Well, Matt Healy is back in the dating pool after his breakup with Taylor Swift in June and has seemingly reignited the sparks with one of his past lovers. The 1975 singer, who was photographed out with his ex-girlfriend, Meredith Mickelson, as seen in pictures obtained by Backgrid and posted on Instagram on August 15th.
There was a Dumois I had seen a while ago where they had seen somebody in like the UK had seen them out together, and that allegedly that person overheard him talking smack about Taylor Swift and how he was so happy to leave America because of the Swifties and all these things. But
whatever.
Girl, you couldn't keep her. That's why you're upset.
Yeah, that's why you're upset. We're not upset about this next one because it's our first look into the new season of American Horror Story.
Oh, yeah.
Kim Kardashian looks horrifically creepy in the new poster of the upcoming American Horror Story Delicate Part 1. The Skims founder resembles a villain in a superhero movie in a long platinum blonde wig, dramatic spooky makeup, and frightening contact lenses. The mother of four is wearing a metallic light blue sports bra and her skin shimmering with a silvery glow. A giant black widow spider is attached to the front of her torso with its spindly legs wrapping around her body. This 13th season of the FX horror anthology series premieres on September 20th.
I literally want to know what the premise of this story is.
No, I literally stay up at night praying that Kim Kardashian can act. Like,
I don't think Ryan Murphy would taint his series if
sometimes
she couldn't
you're
do
so
it.
Desperate for attention and viewership
True.
that it's like, okay.
That's why I feel like he's gonna play just who she is, but up.
But as a Kimberly fan, you know that she doesn't sign up for something if she's
exactly.
like a fool. Like dancing, she can't dance, so she refuses to ever dance in front of people, and she's very honest about that.
Yeah.
So if she's not committed to it, she's not going to be a laughing stock.
I think she'll do decent because her SNL thing was good. It wasn't bad. So I have hope. I just really want to know what
just
this
keep me up
season
at
is
night.
about. I actually started watching the previous season, New York City or something, and it was interesting and random. I'm like, I guess just trying to figure out what the next kind of thing they could tackle is.
The next one, I think the last one I saw was the camping one, like the 70s one.
Oh, okay, I like that one.
Or
That
was
was
it
a good
80s?
one. It was 1980 something
Yeah, I know with
Something like that.
yeah.
with Emma Roberts.
Okay, so Addison Rae has teased followers that new music is coming as songs that were previously leaked from a lost album, and they are set to officially be released. Did you see that coming?
I was actually the other day thinking, like, where has Addison Rae been? Like, what is she doing? And it would make sense to me that she did continue this because she just released that one song, Boyfriend or Obsessed.
Obsessed. I
Yeah,
think.
Obsessed. And it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
And actually, it was kind of like, thinking back on it, it's a bop.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to sing it right now because copyright, but like, I'm singing
I'm like,
it in
oh.
my head right now because it was good and she has a good voice.
It was good. It was like a very catchy pop thing, but then she kind of shifted to like creating like a makeup brand, and then she went to acting, and then her parents did all this drama that she kind of disappeared. I knew she was coming back. I just didn't know if I had the feeling she was going to commit to something. Like, this is what I'm sticking to. I thought it was going to be acting, to be
I think
honest.
she's going to do both because she did a movie called Thanksgiving or something. I think it's going to come out soon.
And it's like good, right? Like,
it's like a horror movie, but with good
cast
and like, I think director and production. I think it's good. So I think we're going to see a lot more of her now, but I'm curious to see what these sounds song like. And speaking of new music, Olivia Rodrigo released that new song, and I am obsessed with it. Speaking of obsessed, I love that song. It is so 90s, like, a lot of people are saying like you could totally see that in an early 2000s movie, like during those montage scenes.
Should we do a montage scene?
That would be so cool. I don't know. I
should
just
do
really
one.
like it.
I like it too. Someone else who's teasing new music, Selena Gomez.
Yes.
Surprise, surprise. She kind of said that she is still working on her album, but she's going to release a song that just didn't make the cut or something like that. It's like an old song that she had already recorded as a single. But that cover art is like Lavender Haze.
It's called Single Soon, right? Or something like that.
I thought it was saying like single coming soon.
I thought that's what it was called, like being
soon.
single soon.
No.
Oh
I don't
man,
think
I just did not pay attention to that one.
As much as, I'm harsh on Selena Gomez for her music and her singing ability, it's all because I care about her. It comes from love. But she does have great, bops.
Singles. I'm not a huge Selena album person, but the singles that she picks are bops.
She has a good team around her.
Yeah.
She has a great team around her. But speaking of Selena, she was also... seen with her.
Oh yeah,
with Francia Reza
multiple times now.
Yeah, which is interesting because she had just posted about her birthday, saying "Happy birthday, Francia! No matter where we go in life or whatever stages we are, I'll always love you." And maybe it's an olive branch, no judgment, but
because okay, obviously what started the whole thing was her with Selena commenting about Taylor, her best friend in the industry or her only friend in the industry. And then Francia's like, oh, I see how it is, something along those lines. And when TMZ or those people went to talk to her, it seemed like there was beef, from the way she alluded to.
She didn't support it, but she also didn't stop it. What is it called? Shut it down. She didn't shut it down.
I'm not trying to pit people again, but it felt like there was something that happened, but the fact that they resolved it is good. They've been spotted together multiple times this last few weeks. So I guess they're trying
Just
to
a reminder
back.
that one place that we keep seeing pictures, Backgrid.
Yeah, Backgrid.
So they're paparazzis, but they're hired paparazzis they are very edited and editorialized. So if I'm a celebrity, I'm going to call them and you kind of have approval of editing and photoshopped and all that stuff.
It's just I feel like they are trying to show
the
rumors aren't true. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, rumors are true, guys. Harry Styles is kind of off the market. You know, Harry Styles cozied up with his rumored girlfriend, Taylor Russell, in London last week. Which was the opening night for her play The Effect. And, it's cool. Whatever.
She has no comment, but I actually recently kind of watched, it's because it was too long, I watched the Bones and All with Taylor Russell and Timothée Chalamet.
Oh, that's a creepy movie, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that cannibalism?
Kind of. They're not zombies, mutants? But vampires that eat people.
Cute.
If that makes sense. And she was good. She has a unique face, and she's
I would take her over Olivia Wilde.
Oh yeah, and she actually has a Broadway show going on right now.
That was the night they were together.
UK, yeah, that was when they were together.
Should we go to London on
should.
assignment?
I think we should.
Another couple that was spotted out is Bad Bunny and Kendall Jenner. They were spotted out at the Drake concert with Kim Kardashian was also there. And guys, I have to admit it. I think Kendall and Bad Bunny look cute together.
They're super cute together. I've been saying this the whole time.
I think it was because when we saw them early on, they were in that awkward stage where it's are we doing this? Are we committing? Or
he's bringing her out of her shell. Yeah. And you could tell with those videos, it seems very un-Kendall, the way she was laughing with him. I think she was even twerking on him at one point.
Yeah.
Kendall, who are you?
Her other relationships would never. They were so
I just
her other relationships were just so private, and if they were seen, it was very coy.
But you know what got me? I don't know if it was the same night, but Devin Booker was at the Drake concert. I think the same night as Kendall and Bad Bunny. So I'm were you all playing it up because Devin was there?
I don't know.
Or were they not the same night? I don't know. He was there at some point. And then, speaking of tours, the Joe Bros have kicked off their tour, and I believe they sold out their first
2
stadium.
nights at the Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, good for them.
I really want to go to it.
I'm surprised you aren't going to it.
I know. I don't know. I just I've seen them in concert. I wonder if they're going to San Antonio. I haven't really checked.
I mean, I like the Jonas Brothers, but I wouldn't go see them on tour unless somebody gave me a ticket.
Yeah, I don't think they're when I went to see them, their tickets weren't that expensive. I think I spent $100 on lower level.
Okay, so they are actually going to be in Vegas when I'm there.
Okay, let's
go. And I was like, Carlos, and he's like, no. I was like, okay,
I'd go by myself. I'd be like, okay, forget you. But it's called, they go through all their albums. So it's like 66 songs in 3 hours.
So it's theirs Eras tour.
It's their Eras tour. But they go through a lot of songs, but it's a majority medleys. So it's like
okay.
snippets.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. Well, quickly speaking of Drake, right now he's kind of in the spotlight over a really confusing situation. I really can't figure it out. An up-and-coming podcaster, Bobby Althoff, she had recently interviewed Drake. She has a very deadpan, kind of awkward, pretends like she doesn't know anything.
That's the satire. It's satire.
Yeah, it's satire. She did an interview that blew up because people hadn't heard her name, and how did she book Drake? That's such a big thing to have. And yeah, she was at his show. She posted like a video of like, I don't know what to do here at this guy's show. And then after that, slowly, Drake deleted the interview. She deleted the interview off of her stuff. And people are suspecting that there might be beef between them now. There was allegations that they might have had some kind of fling, but she's married with kids. And I believe she did deny that to David from Barstool, or Dave from Barstool. So people are just trying to figure out what is happening. Is this a continuation of the satire, or what's going on?
So I've heard this thing, that her interview at Barstool with Dave, the BFF podcast, they asked her, they edited something that kind of sounded her like talking not bad about Drake, but like making fun of him. People say it could have been that, but it was just her explanation about how awkward he was, and like without the the stick that she has, like it's her. And then the other one was that Dave, like the teaser to the interview, alluded that she did hook up with him, even though she, like, it was edited in a way where she says like, yeah, we probably hooked up, and even though she's like, we didn't, like there's texts that say like, I don't know, it's just a lot of confusing. I just don't understand. And some close sources to Drake say that
like he's not a shtick guy.
Yeah, he wouldn't
be going along with a shtick, like a thing. So
for publicity,
know. That's,
it's just like
did you? Dumois got a comment saying she fumbled the bag with Drake because of that concert. Like what she posted about, I'm just like bored here at this concert, that turned him off allegedly. Because he's like, well, why are you talking badly about my show? I don't know. Who knows? This is like a developing story.
It's just like, why is Drake so bothered by a podcaster?
Yeah.
But it's just like, what could have happened? I really don't know.
And really quickly, Rihanna just had her baby, baby girl. She had a little baby girl with, of course, A$AP Rocky. So now she has a boy and a girl. And in very sad and unfortunate news, I believe when we were off the air, we heard that Angus Cloud, R.I.P. from Euphoria, had passed away. I don't believe they've specifically put
the
reasoning out there, but it was at a time where his dad had just passed, so it was just that happened. And Sandra Bullock's boyfriend also recently passed away. They were together for many years. I think he was struggling with ALS, I believe.
Yes. And it kind of explains why she took some time off.
Yeah, because we haven't seen her.
Yeah, he had been battling it for the last second year.
Now that I say it, it's kind of sad that like with the whole Blindside thing that's coming back up, and people are like saying take away her Oscar. Like what a horrible time, because she just lost her partner, and
she still acted a script just because the script was based on a true story, and someone she didn't do it, guys. It's just crazy to me. But so let's get into our bigger stories of the day that we really want to dive into. I feel like we always say that they're quick headlines, but we always end up having an opinion about it. But this one, it's just a really big story. So Lizzo, a pop star who has built her brand on both body positivity and empowering upbeat hits, is facing a new lawsuit that levels serious allegations, including claims that she created a hostile work environment and engaged in sexual harassment. Lizzo has denied these allegations, which have raised questions both about her treatment of employees as well as the reality of the image she cultivated as a champion of plus-size women and women of color. The lawsuit, filed by three of Lizzo's former dancers, also alleges misconduct by her production company Big Girl Big Tours Inc. and her dance team Hampton, Charlene, Quigley. Among the claims included in the suits is that Lizzo pressured dancers into unwanted sexual situations, made statements that were perceived as thinly veiled comments about a dancer's weight gain, and put people through grueling rehearsals that led to one dancer soiling herself. As of August 9th, at least six more former employees have filed similar complaints.
Honestly, when I heard this, I was
and she,
shocked.
as mentioned, she has come out denying everything. It's like, but.
And the latest update was that some of the big girls and big boy dancers wrote a letter supporting Lizzo amid this whole situation, just basically saying like it was fun, I had a great time. Whatever.
You know, it's interesting though, because it did take a while for that letter to come in. There were more people that came forward saying like, I support the dancers that have filed suit. Like, they're so brave, they're so that, before anyone even came out to.
It's because, you know, there's always something with no one is perfect in this world we call Hollywood. But Lizzo was riding it high. Like, she was just the Grammys. Like, her name is mentioned in Beyonce songs. Like, she was this bigger girl empowerment story. And like, look how far you can come. And like, man, just how far you can fall from the top is pretty crazy.
And these were like really serious allegations.
And
so
specific.
They're going to go to court. Like, it's going to be a civil case?
Most probably.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's
just
going to get so much
what they
press
described
if they don't
as
settle.
to what happened, like the whole banana show thing, like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine. But, you know, glad that people are speaking their truth, if that's what it is.
Yeah.
If that's what happened, speak your truth.
And of
do
course,
what you need to do.
Innocent until proven guilty. So
absolutely.
Her statement was very short, just denying, but not really going into detail, not defending. And of course, you probably can't. You know, litigation is very serious. So I feel like this is going to go to court unless they settle outside. But
I think they're going to settle.
I think so too. I think it's more at this point. You have to, but I think I would settle. Or no, I don't know. I mean, it's just, you just don't know. Like, anything could be taken wrong, but like anything could prove them right. Like, it's just so.
I don't think they would want to go to trial, because once you're in trial, everything comes out and your character is called into question. I just really don't think that she would put herself in that position. But what is it exactly that they're asking for?
I think it's just money.
Just money?
Yeah, but I'm not 100%.
I think that she's going to just do it. But I'm curious as to what's going to happen moving forward with Lizzo. How is this going to affect her and her career? I know that immediately after everything happened, Beyonce is currently on tour. I don't know what song she has. She mentions Lizzo, but the night after, I guess, everything broke, she didn't mention her name, and then she has been mentioning her name. So
yeah, I think it was just like because I heard she also didn't like mention other people's name that night too.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how she gets out of this one. We'll keep our eyes glued
definitely
to the screen. We'll keep you updated.
Keep you updated. So next one. Divorces. That's all I have to say. So we have 3 divorces. I'm just going to go through them. Britney Spears and Sam Asghari are getting divorced after 14 months of marriage. The actor and personal trainer filed a petition to end the marriage with the Los Angeles Superior Court on Wednesday, citing irreconcilable differences, according to a copy filing obtained by CNN. The date of separation for the couple is July 28th, the petition states. Now, then we have Sophia Bush and Grant Hugh. They have called it quits. The One Tree Hill?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, that sounded weird. Okay, One Tree Hill actress filed for divorce from her husband on Friday, which was last Friday. After 13 months of marriage, people can exclusively confirm that Sophia and Grant were friends for 10 years and bonded during COVID through their love of community service. Source close to the couple tells People they continue to run their nonprofit together and remain good friends. Then we have Black Swan actor Natalie Portman and her husband Benjamin Millepied have parted ways after 11 years of marriage, according to a report by Us Weekly. In June, rumors swirled that the husband was having an affair with Camille Etienne, a 25-year-old climate activist. At the time, an insider told us that Portman remained committed to her marriage despite the alleged infidelity. 3 big ones, because Natalie Portman, we kind of saw it coming. Because
we had already been hearing about the alleged affair, and so
and not only was it's like she's aware of the affair, she's just trying to like work through it, and then we started seeing her without an engagement or her wedding ring, and it was like,
do you think once the public was made aware of it that she was like,
I think a level of embarrassment comes.
Yeah.
And even though she might have wanted to push through it, I think embarrassment lowers your threshold of willingness to work with someone or work things out. So
because like photos of them like out together, she does not look happy. So I mean, it was just a matter of time.
And they have 2 kids, so they probably are just like
trying to keep the kids in mind. But yeah, it's time to end things. And with Sam and Brittany, I'm not surprised whatsoever. I always felt like it was not gonna be forever.
But I mean, they've been together for so long. Like, okay, do I think he has like the best interest? No, because you were with someone who was under what we now know an abusive conservatorship, and you just chilled there because it was allegedly convenient for you, and then all of a sudden you guys get married, like make it official on document, and hopefully there is a prenup sign, and now you want to get divorced. Sketchy. Not that I'm saying that like, oh, I thought he loved her. It was just more like, why are you unhappy now?
On the way to work today, this one of Britney's songs came on, and I don't know why I got so emotional. It's just because a lot of her family are concerned for her now, because I feel like this was her last like support system, and so it's like, I do not want to live in a world where something happens to Britney Spears. And
he came out with the statement, obviously confirming it, and that reports are also coming out that she is working on an album amid the divorce.
Yeah, and that she said herself she's going to buy a horse or something after the divorce happened. But I'm hoping that because as we've mentioned, she's in the process of writing a book or releasing a book. She's been tapped for interviews like with Oprah. I am hoping that her experience of writing her book and talking to people about what has happened is cathartic enough for her to be like, I deserve better than this situation. Or if it's true that, well, what Sam is claiming is that Brittany cheated on him, and that is why he's divorcing her with a staff member at their place or whatever. But
the bodyguard, it's always
but I don't know, like, I don't feel like he would leave just because of infidelity. Like, I think it's because of his own,
I guess, if they're a prenup.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So I'm praying for you, Brittany.
Yeah. And then Sophia and her husband. What?
That one was so random to me because they went to couples therapy before they were even married. Like, you would think they were pretty solid. Courtney Dumois, a post, was alluding to the fact that this actress is getting cheated on once again with her significant other. If you did not know, Sophia Bush, she was married to Chad Michael Murray years ago when they were on One Tree Hill together. He cheated on her. They ended up divorcing but still worked together on the show. And people are alleging that her current ex-husband, cheated on her. And so I just feel bad for her.
People were saying that she did post on like Instagram saying like cryptic messages, kind of like people aren't always what they seem kind of thing. And then she was at the Eras tour, I believe during the weekend. She was there with a bunch of like friends, and she actually hangs out with the same group of Colton, the Bachelor.
Oh, really?
His husband is like her friend.
Interesting.
And they were all like in a suite together. I'm like, interesting. But yeah, that's kind of our divorce.
The best for them, for those girls.
I know Sophia Bush might be too perfect, you know? She's like one of my like definitely like celebrity girl
Sophia
crushes.
Bush, I just hope you find the right one, girl. He's out there, trust me.
He's out there. So let's talk about the end of the U.S. leg of the Eras
The end of an era.
The end of an era. And let me just tell you, I've been waiting almost a year for this, and I was able to attend to Taylor Swift's Night 5 Los Angeles tour, and it was just everything I wanted it to be. Even though I was exhausted, I'm not going to lie, I pushed through it, and it was just... I can't believe I like stood up and sang for 3 hours. And I can't believe she does that for like 6 straight nights.
Isn't that
like,
crazy?
It's so crazy. Like the stage is huge.
Okay,
huge, huge, huge.
Tell me, you've been watching the show on TikTok online. I mean, I know but what did it feel like for you to finally witness everything in person?
It's surreal. Like,
right?
I felt like I was not there. I kept telling myself, like, focus. Because I'm like, am I watching another live stream?
Yeah.
And I had his, like, and I had good seats. Like, I was in the 200s.
Mm-hmm.
So
were you next to Carly Kloss?
So I think she was like in my like obviously the next day, but pretty sure she was in the same section as I was, and I don't remember like obviously in the TikTok videos, I never noticed how small she is because her stage is so huge. Like
she's like a little ant.
Yes, and it's just like wow, like this girl could like captivate the whole audience, and she's just one girl. She's not a band. She's not this huge thing. It's just awesome to see that. We were the night that gave her an 8-minute long standing ovation. Guys, my ears. So I took earplugs, ear reducing earplugs. Thank God.
Yep.
70,000 people screaming for 8 minutes. It was a lot. I mean, well deserved. Obviously, I would have given her 10.
Yeah.
But it was just like that's when I really felt like, holy moly, 70,000 people are just here, like, in one room to like for our leader.
Yeah.
Like very cold.
Our leader.
We were here for our leader, and it was so good. Like we had my secret songs were King of My Heart and I Know Places. My ones that I really, really wanted were Exile and Dress that were in the remaining. I mean, we only had like 12 songs left. And I'm like...
The night before, right?
The night before. I was in the hotel room in the live stream, and I'm like, I'm packing my stuff and I'm leaving. How dare you? It's like, you didn't even leave me one. But at least the Exile wasn't a duet with...
You were a lucky one, though, because you did not get the lucky one and Jump and Fall.
I was like, I had forgotten about like I Know Places when she's like I'm like, but I knew it.
You just start singing.
Yeah. And then of course I was there night 5 and my night we had really good celebrities. I didn't really see anyone in person. It was just I had Selena Gomez.
I was so surprised because the amount of celebrities that went felt like the final night, but it wasn't.
It was Selena Gomez, Austin Butler, Kaya Gerber, Taylor Lautner, Laura Dern, Emma Stone, Jeff Bloomberg, Meghan Markle. We had some good, and those are just like the ones that people spotted. I'm pretty sure there were probably other ones. Night 6, not that many celebrities, shocking, but we did get the Carly Kloss of it all. And tell me, when people started like, Carly Kloss is here, I'm like, people trying to get likes on social media again. Guys, Carly Kloss was there.
Imagine being at one point being Taylor's best friend, traveling the world with her, like staying in the same room together, to literally sitting in section 100 in the audience with the rest of us people, instead of being in the VIP tent where all of her friends are.
Yeah, like...
how the mighty have fallen.
But we're all in agreement that she did that to steal the headlines the next morning.
To grab it, because that's all people were talking about. I feel like they were talking about more about Carly being there than the 1989 of it all.
1989 was announced that night. And I'm telling you, like, how dare you? Someone said, like, I don't know the lyric by like verbatim, but like, a sister, like you find out that your sister was whispering. And I'm like, how dare you show up? Like,
so allegedly, according to TikTok person, I forgot her name, but she reads Blind Items, that allegedly that Taylor did know Carly was coming, and that she put her in those seats, or didn't put her in those seats, but she was in those seats because they knew it was going to draw more attention than being at the VIP tent. That makes sense.
Like more attention to be in the 200s?
No, like it would get more attention that she was in the 200s than in the tent, if that makes sense. But that's just a blind item.
No, Taylor's, we all needed to yell, you need to go.
And like, so during the show, the reason why everyone was like hone in on the fact that 1989 was going to be announced because she was wearing blue, baby blue, in every part of her set. And also, a lot of people were noticing that she kept looking up to her seats whenever she was singing Betty, when she was singing like different songs. Her vision was constantly going towards the direction that Carly was at.
I don't know. She shouldn't have been there.
Because it's just like, Carly was 1989. Like, she was the first person Taylor played 1989 for.
Also, she just gave birth.
Yeah, she looks...
Okay,
she looks never great. Given birth.
She looks great, don't get me wrong. She looks phenomenal. But you're telling me you just gave birth 3 weeks ago and you are willing to go to this across the country, go to your...
I'm like, did you wait in line to get...
Yes.
Were you a verified... No. Like, did you wait in line to buy these tickets? Were you a verified fan?
You did that and you were, slumming it with us over here in general admission. And you did all that. It only proves that they're not okay, because if they were okay, you would be in the tent.
People were saying that towards the end she was moved to the VIP tent, but I don't think that's true.
I don't think so.
I think they would have, because she was seen in videos during Bad Blood, and Bad Blood is towards the end of the show, so there is no way she made it down there.
Or if she did, there would have been video of her.
Yeah.
Like, you're kidding me? All eyes were on her the whole night.
I don't think her friends would have wanted her in the tent. Like, you can keep her in the slums over there.
Yeah, so, well, I was just astonishing. But, okay.
Speaking of 1989.
This is what she wanted, guys. This is what Carly Kloss wanted for us to talk about her. Let's talk about 1989, though. TV. And we are excited. I know that this is the album that brought you back, right?
This is the album that got me back into Taylor Swift. I still have the copy in there with all the little like photograph pictures that she has. I am really pumped. I'm actually, because today she announced another vinyl, the yellow one. Kind of considering getting it because yellow is my favorite color, but I would get a vinyl for Reputation 1,000%.
Like, I'm living and breathing only for that announcement of Reputation.
I cannot wait for Reputation.
So, okay, the last day of the concert, the final night, she sang New Romantics right after her announcement. However, she sang New Year's Day Reputation. My guess is she's going to announce Reputation on New Year's Day.
Oh, that would be smart. That would be cool. Because where would she be by January, December?
I think Europe. I think she'll be in Europe.
I definitely think she's going to make another big announcement in Europe, because you have to.
You have to give something to them.
I want to see the outfits she's going to wear to announce Reputation. Like I mentioned, she was wearing the blue and people were like, that has to be it. But I want to see black. I want to see that dress
like
in
the
black.
Vault songs for Reputation are going to take me out. I will be feral.
I cannot wait for the Vault songs for 1989. A lot of people are speculating that maybe Harry Styles will collab with Taylor. I don't know. It'd be interesting to hear a Style remix or like
something. I don't know. She's just like, she knows that would take all the attention of all her other songs. Do you know what I mean? But we'll see. But
yeah, I mean, that's the end of the US tour. I mean,
leg one.
Leg one. I'm really curious if she's going to change things up for Europe. Like,
well, she's going to Mexico.
Oh yeah, Mexico first, but that's going to be
too
soon. I know, right?
Should we go?
I feel like that's going to be too soon for an update to things.
Yeah, it might be the same thing.
It might be like when she's already in Europe. But like, do you think she'll make set changes, song changes, or just outfit changes?
Maybe just outfit changes. I don't. Again, it's like I think it's a tough position, like a sword with two ends. Is that what they call it? Because it's like you're taking away what people were expecting, and then like not like everyone else missed out on a thing. I could see her like switching it up for like the second leg of the US tour.
Because I mean, there's no way that she's gonna add more to 1989 because she already has a lot of 1989 in her tour. It was just Speak Now that people knew was gonna be more stuff because of the release and the fact that it was so little in the tour. But yeah, I'm sad because Friday nights I would just watch the live stream.
I don't know what to do. Like, what secret song this week?
Yeah, and then The Summer I Turned Pretty is over, so I
haven't watched that. I need to watch that. However, secret songs, do you think they're gonna restart once she sings all of them?
I think so, because she doesn't have enough left for all of Europe.
I'm sorry. Do you think they're going to restart now, or she's going to go through everything?
No, I think once Mexico is done, I think she'll maybe start things up again, but she has to play London Boy in London.
She has to.
She has to. And people were speculating that last few nights that Joe was there.
So there's a rumor that E.T. basically said that their sources saying that they're back together after 5 months. I don't know.
Because she was smiling during King of My Heart.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, oh, she's saying it because they are back together. However, why weren't you there supporting your girlfriend then?
That's what makes me think maybe London time.
I don't know. Do we want her back with him?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like if it's all true that he didn't agree with who she was or didn't like that part of her, like this Taylor Swift of her, then like why would you want to be with somebody who doesn't accept you for everything you are?
Because if you think about it, he got her Reputation tour, which she was already wrapping up. Then he was with her during Lover, but never got to tour because the pandemic happened. And then he was just with her like for the last 6 years. It just never
pandemic. It's very down, like home down Taylor, not
superstar tour,
$1 billion tour Taylor.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know, guys.
Whatever. We don't want them together. Okay, so let's shift over to our Bachelor Nation. Just some quick stories before we recap the overnight and the men tell all. We have Caitlin Bristow and Jason Tartick have announced their breakup. They have ended their engagement, and I am
so sad. She said that because people were speculating oh, it has to be Caitlyn, it has to be Caitlyn, and she said on her podcast or some podcast that people just don't grow out of love, but they just change over time, and it's just we just change, and I don't know, it was a decision we both made.
I think it was just I don't think it was just he did something, she did something. It was just hey, we kind of grew apart. We're just content.
Are not making time for each other because they both have their own things going on. So they're probably really busy. So
yeah. And then we have Gabby Wendy reveal she has a girlfriend.
That was whoa.
Yeah.
I'm happy for her though. She looks extremely happy.
She's a girl's girl.
She's a girl's girl.
That did kind of shock me, but then I was just
I could see it. Yeah, I could totally see it. And I don't know, she just looks extremely happy. So I'm glad for her.
Yeah, and I just like the way someone said I love this Bachelorette pipeline to having getting into a relationship with a girl because of Becca Tilley.
Oh yeah, also, that's true. And then Colton ended up being gay. So good for them.
And that's all. It's kind of that's kind of what life is about,
And you just dated who, I don't know how many men. Maybe that just tells you I'm not into men.
Maybe that could be a little hint. And the Golden Bachelor, Gary has officially started filming for his season, and we're excited to see it. We got to see him during Men Tell All. We got to see him for the Men Tell All, and we're crossing our fingers at those rumors that happened.
They need to do some sort of addressing of those allegations. Cause
maybe we're nothing, and that's basically it. That's all I'm gonna say until we start.
But without further ado, let's get into our episode, two episodes, just so we can kind of go over what's current and relevant going into this next episode.
Yeah, so Charity, she has her overnight. We have Joey, we have Xavier, and we have, I always forget how to pronounce his name, Dotun. And Dotun is, a cutie. Joey is a cutie, and Xavier,
man, that guy.
What are you doing, bro?
If you want to see a man dig his own grave, right in front of you, just go watch that episode.
Yes, so we have... he went first, right?
Or yes. Okay. Well, yeah, they showed his
Xavier went first. They showed his overnight, and it kind of got very interesting. They had a great date. they were both, he had been saying that he needs to share and talk to her about something. And he's kind of like saying that during his confessionals. And then finally during dinner time, he, reveals to her that he was unfaithful in his last relationship, which if you have watched the season or have heard Charity speak, that has happened to her. And that is something that is very triggering, that caused a lot of pain for her. And that is something that she worries about in relationships. Okay, the boy, confessed that he was unfaithful to his previous girlfriend. And she's like, okay, was it a one thing? He's like, multiple partners in a 5-day span. And it was his recent relationship that lasted 2 years. It wasn't like, it was when I was 18. It was recent. And that kind of just like, you could just see her face changes. Like,
she had been saying for some time, like, Xavier reminds me of my ex. He reminds me of my ex. I don't know. He reminds me of my ex. And I think she was trying to tell herself, like, don't judge him. And then he said that, and I was like, dude, come on.
But then she gave him the benefit of the doubt, was just like, okay, what have you done to make sure that this doesn't happen again? And his answer was just absolutely horrific. He was just like, well, it kind of basically when he was just like, yeah, I don't know if I could trust myself, like, going out, and like that's what I worry about.
Like, when I go out with my boys, I don't know if I'm gonna trust myself.
I'm worried about it. She's like, but what are you worried about? He's like going out, like, how am I gonna react? And she was just kind of like, you can't even trust yourself. Like, you should be able to love me enough to be like, I don't need anyone else. And his response were like, I don't want to cheat. She was like, it was never, I'm not going to cheat. And that was just like...
And then he kind of basically said something along the lines of, because it's an overnight date, right? This is before they give out the card for you to decide whether you want to do an overnight. And he was like, I guess we're going to have to see what happens tonight.
Because I need more from this.
And I'm just like, what are you doing?
And she stopped it.
She just said, and I loved what she said. 2023... Charity is not going to take this. She has 2 other men that want to be with her, that have been loyal to her. Why are you going to risk it all for a guy who said, I don't know if I'm going to be loyal to you?
Yeah. And it was just bad. Like, I mean, I'm glad he said it. I wish he would have said it.
He says, I love you, as she is walking him to the car. Like, what are you doing? It's like, you just don't. I don't know. He really put his foot in his mouth. And I think he was just trying to, like, say it, blurt it out before he went home. But, That
was, like, so manipulative and toxic of him to be like, but I
love you.
But, then we shifted into Joey. Joey was a nice date again. And I'm glad she brought up the whole uncle thing, which during the hometown visits, his uncle kind of told Charity, like, I saw him kind of weird. I don't think you're getting the full picture of him. First of all, uncle, who says that?
Yeah.
And Joey's like, no, I do think he saw me weird, but it was because I was just so nervous, and I was just like nervous for you to meet my family, like, which is a fair thing, but maybe they just needed the drama. I don't know. It was just like kind of dumb. Like, how awkward were you acting that your uncle was concerned?
I don't even feel like he wasn't that awkward. No. Like, I'm like, what is he like normally? Because he seemed pretty whatever to me. It was just a very random comment to make, but I'm glad she addressed it. And she left the home, not the overnight with him, very excited. And then she was like,
she said, I love you to him. Like, I am in love with you. I'm falling in love with you.
And then she went on the date with Dottin. And that, I feel like she said that was the best night or best date ever. And that's consistent, because the last dates with Dottin, she's been saying, like, it's the best thing ever. Like, it was perfect. This is your person, Charity.
So I think, now that I see this, I know we were talking about, like, who would be the next, like,
Bachelor.
If Joey doesn't get picked, I see why the public would want him as it.
Or the producers are already writing it as
I think it's being edited that way.
Yeah.
But so it just kind of like wraps like that.
Yeah. And then we got that little twist at the end.
I forgot about him.
So Aaron B goes all the way to Fiji to tell Charity he's still in love with her and still wants to work things out. I was actually surprised by her reaction.
Me too.
I thought she was going to send him home, like, this was my decision, whatever. But now he's in the final 3 gotten rid of Xavier, and it's weird because this is supposed to be the final 2 episodes, so I'm curious as to how she's gonna work out this situation.
I think so. He comes back and like says like, I still love you, and she's like, yeah, I've been thinking about you. I'm like, what? You just had 2 great, like, why even
bother? If your connection with Joey and Dotton is so much better, like, why even bother with
if
Aaron?
you missing him wasn't great enough for you to be like, I need to stop this production because I just let my man go.
Yeah.
He's not your man. He's not your man. So were you missing him and maybe questioning it? Yeah, but not enough for you to like stop production and say you lost the love of your life. So just move forward. Now she's bringing this guy in, which I think she's going to talk to people and she's just going to meet with him in a hotel and be like, you know what?
It wasn't a good idea.
It wasn't a good idea.
I just think she just should have sent him home already. But let's get into the men tell all. So we had all the men there. It wasn't really anything major.
It was really surrounded around Brayden.
Yeah,
and Xavier.
Brayden, and then through Brayden's conversation and his sit down with Jesse, we learned that he is going to be on Bachelor in Paradise. They showed a little clip between him and one of the cast members from Zach's season, Catherine Izzo. They're on a daybed together. They kiss, whatever. So he's for sure going to Paradise. That makes me assume that Paradise is going to be the next thing dropped because they're barely filming Gary's season. He's for the fall, and then The Bachelor is going to be next year, I think next year. So they have to put out Paradise soon.
So I think Rachel, the Bachelor, yeah, I think she's going to be in it. I don't know.
Oh yeah, she is.
Yeah, okay.
The blonde girl that had body glitter all the time in Zach's season, the blonde one, the one that people thought he ended up with. She had like body glitter and she was like, oh, I deserve better. I deserve more, whatever. She's going to be on it too.
Yes.
A lot of girls from Zach's season are for sure going to be on it.
I think her name's Alex.
I don't think so. I don't know.
It's the one with the bob, right?
Short hair.
The one that he kind of like gaslit at the end.
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
But yeah, so we have that preview. The men tell all. Brayden kind of got in the hot seat. Xavier got in the hot seat with Charity. And she just stood her ground saying, like, how am I going to, like, even give you the time of day when you're literally telling me, I don't know if I can't cheat.
And he said that he was still, like, in love with her, but I'm just like, she even said, I think in a post interview with ET or something, that she's super happy. They're like, oh, seeing the men, did that like bring up anything? She was like, no. Like, I'm happy for them. It was good to see them, but I'm like happy right now. Like, I'm good. So whoever she's with right now, it looks like they're in it for the long haul. It doesn't look like there's a breakup coming up with them, but we did see Gary in the show as well, and they showed a little clip of his intro for the season. And
so sad.
And then we realized that the guys had this beef with the guy named Peter who was on the first episode. They all posted, so they had a little segment where they spoke about the fact that all the men, when they released their cast photos, that they put FP on their post towards the end, which stood for F Peter. And so that was like bullying against him, and they addressed it during the show, and the guys were basically like, look, it's because when you were the first night, you kept talking about how you wanted to be on TV and you were telling everyone to go F themselves. And when we had the Zoom calls talking about the show and getting into like the release of it, you were all about how to get attention, or I don't know, something like along those lines.
Sponsorship deals.
Yeah, so that's why they did that, but that was addressed.
That was so stupid. Like, it was dumb.
It was so dumb. But yeah, that's it with The Bachelor.
Yeah, so next week is the finale, really,
I believe
right?
So.
Yeah, so we're going to do the finale where we get to get the finale of the engagement and as well as the After the Rose where we see what happened with Charity and who the Bachelor will be.
Yeah, and we'll be recapping that for you all
of course
tomorrow.
Next week. And just a reminder, our sponsor for the show is Today at Jalisco has an opportunity for you. We are sharing a sweepstakes that this great beer company has for many people.
Our sponsors.
Yes, our sponsors for the day have an opportunity for you to win. So on September 2nd on Saturday, that's a Saturday, there's this big game. I don't know if you've heard, the Houston Astros and the Yankees.
New York Yankees.
Yeah. So you have the opportunity to win tickets to that game. You get 2 hotel nights, 4 tickets to the game, and $400 gift cards, plus official swag from the Houston Astros. And we're going to leave all the information.
Deal.
Just scan the QR code.
I'll have the QR code here on the corner for you guys.
Just scan it and sign up. Maybe, a fun little weekend with your gals, with your boyfriend, with your family,
with you, yourself.
Why
You're
not?
Looking for an Astro.
Absolutely.
Or a Yankee. Who knows?
Who knows? Just, it's a fun way to spend your weekend on the summer.
You have until August 21st, guys, to register or sign up for this awesome opportunity. So get on that as soon as you see this episode.
Absolutely.
And that's all our time.
That's it. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Follow us on Pop Off the Clock on all our social media.
Yes. Bye.